Mail day. Now this is not related to what we're talking about, but it's equally dope because I think this was the first thing the brand has ever sent me to try out and try on and view for you guys. Future video. Let's see what's in here right now. Which one? Feeling this one? Sure. Cactus Jack. Is Cactus back or is Cactus still whack? Who's to know? Maybe it's just a coincidence that the latest sneaker releases from the Cactus Jack Nike collaborative universe are less hyped, I guess you would say. Aren't quite moving the needle the way previous releases have. So is that all Cactus Jack's fault? Or is there some macro environmental things happening in the sneaker market that is also contributing to that? Well, we'll talk a little bit about it. But this is actually the first time I've ever hit on a draw for a Cactus Jack sneaker, which tells you that it was not nearly as hyped as it used to be, because I am the king of taking L's on L's. Today we are talking about the Cactus Jack Nike Air Max 1 Gold, and you know, this is definitely a better sneaker than it's probably getting credit for in the hype cycle, though it is trading at a premium. But before we get into it, let's first take our signature closer look. Alright guys, welcome back, and now that you've seen a closer look of these bad boys right here, my name is Steve. It is good to be back. Welcome back to you as well. I had to take a little bit of time off, you know, work, life happens, but I'm back. I did hit on these bad boys the day they dropped, and I've been anxiously waiting to deliver a review. It's just, you know, timing, scheduling. I have 2 kids now. Life is crazy. Also, before we get started, shout out to The Future is on Mars. They sent me this hoodie for free. This is crazy. The first free thing I've ever gotten from this channel. They sent me 2 hoodies. I'm going to review these things and see if they are worth the money, because this is a premium price point, premium brand. Does it live up to it? Review coming soon. This bad boy right here, though, the Cactus Jack Air Max 1 Golds. Not my first choice, right? There were some other ones during this release that I would have preferred. Actually, one, which is right here. But this is the second place. I'm really happy that I got my hands on this, because there are a lot of interesting elements about this sneaker that you just do not get unless you have a big hyped collaboration like the Travis Scott Nike shoes have been since almost the beginning, right? I guess from the beginning. So that is what's really drawn me to this. Not so much the fact that it's Travis Scott. I could care less about that. I do appreciate him in the music, but you know, he's gone through some things recently. Stuff's been a little rough. I'm certainly not going to defend him here, but I'm just going to focus on the shoe itself, because I think visually this shoe is very dope. Material wise, they did a lot of really cool things with the shoe as well, and thankfully it's not a $1,000 resale like we've seen with previous Cactus Jack sneakers, which is great, because for the longest time all of these Cactus Jack, Travis Scott, Nike releases have just been way out of reach, and I just personally am not the kind that's going to drop that much money on a single pair of sneakers. Is just not worth it in my opinion. These, for the retail price, you can't beat it. For the resale price, I think it's touching 300 plus, still pretty hefty but not astronomical, but I think you are getting a lot more here than a standard Air Max 1 in a, you know, gold-ish mustardy colorway. You are getting a lot of really dope material, starting with, of course, the nice suede nubuck you have happening around the mudguard. A really nice waffle pattern knit material on the toe box comes along the rest of the upper here. The coolest element in my opinion is the swoosh, so you got this kind of beaded feeling, plastic beads almost kind of texture happening here on the swoosh. You of course have the backward swoosh on the lateral side, traditional Nike swoosh on the medial side, of course, same beaded pattern happening there, and nice embroidery along the whole sneaker as well. I gotta say, quality control is definitely on point with this release. I really do feel like there are special factories at Nike that handle these types of releases, because then you see other Nike shoes and the quality is just bleh. But maybe there's a reason for why this looks a little bit better quality-wise than some other releases, and that might just be because of the monotone nature of the sneaker. It's monotone even down to something I've never seen before. There's probably some releases in the past, but I've never seen this. The air bubble also being solid, matte finished, almost like it doesn't even exist, right? Like if you didn't know that was the air bubble, you might just think that's a cutout molding of the midsole, but it's right there, and it's all one monotone color, and maybe that's what's hiding what would otherwise be imperfections when you have a clear air bubble and you got paint cutting in. You know, those little paint splatters and things happen on other Nike sneakers. So maybe that's deceiving me and thinking this is a higher quality release than other Air Max 1s, though I don't think I'm too far off. I don't see a lot of glue marks or anything on this really at all. It's certainly one of the better produced Air Max 1s I've had in a very long time. Moving on to other unique elements on this sneaker, you have these eyelets cut very low next to the swooshes on either side with a nice canvas strap that comes out as a secondary eyelet to grab the laces right before they meet the main top eyelets, and also a dope rope lace. I'm a sucker for rope lacing. This one definitely has more of an outdoorsy, maybe hiking aesthetic feel to it. Definitely in the laces, you can see that, and a little bit on this canvas straps here. Just the pattern, the color makes me think a little bit of hiking, as really though the rest of the shoe does not. But you can see how this canvas strap is then going along here, along the back of the heel counter. Then you have a pendant style Nike badge slash flag stitched into the back here. Very dope touches, very unique touches that you just don't get on everyday releases in Air Max 1s. Now, aside from the backward swoosh, the other signature Cactus Jack, whatever Travis Scott branding you get on the sneaker is on the inside here. You see Cactus Jack, and then with this release we have seen this Cactus Corporation branding on the clothing and all the shoes. And the Cactus Corp stuff I believe is new for this set of releases. I don't think we've seen the Cactus Corporation stuff in recent or past releases, so this one is kind of cool. I mean, I kind of like the aesthetic that they're going with. That it's kind of got, it makes me think of like Acme Corp, almost like a Looney Tunes aesthetic. I don't know why, but I do like the look of it. I got the long sleeve tee as well as a jacket, which I will be reviewing, and those have more of those Cactus Corp elements to them. It's just kind of a cool, nice design. It's not groundbreaking by any means, but this outsole pattern, aside from this, is very dope as well. You get some tree branchy, organic looking patterns happening in between the lugs here. A little bit thicker lugs maybe than a typical Air Max 1, I should say, and overall just looks great. Nice gray to complement this gold mustardy yellow they have going on up here. It just kind of complements each other nice. Obviously this gray picked up by the canvas straps, and of course this bluish gray on the laces. Behind the laces you have a really soft suede on the tongue. Very nice. You then of course get that Cactus Jack Corp logo at the top of the tongue as well. It's nicely padded. It all feels good. Like I said, quality wise you will not be disappointed with the sneaker. It's just, do you mess with this colorway? I think this colorway is going to lend itself pretty well to a lot of the style and fashion trend that's going on right now. Like, I don't know if it really holds up well against this pink, but like I can picture you pairing this with some greens, right? Some forest greens, some like Kelly greens, right? Not neon, but I think that would go well with greens. Obviously some nice black pants to go right over these. You can pair these with some browns as well, some other gold-ish accents. There are things that can really work with this shoe, despite it being so bright and vibrant. It's not too bright in hand, right? It doesn't like glow like some neon colors. It's a little bit more subdued than that, which is why sometimes it can kind of look mustardy in the wrong light, but it's definitely a gold tone, and I think you can work that really well with a lot of different colors. In terms of sizing and fit, I go with my true size on these, just like I would Air Force 1s. Air Max 1s can be a little bit snugger than an Air Force 1, so if you want a little bit more room in the toe box, you can do the half size up and you are going to be good, right? Because this is a casual sneaker. You're not going to lace this thing tight and go for a run in them, so you can half size up if you want a little bit more of a roomier fit. For me though, I went true to size, and that's typically what I do, and I'm typically happy with that. Other than Air Max 97s, I always go half size at least up. In terms of the macro sneaker environment and then Cactus Jack prices as well, like even the very hyped other Cactus Jack sneakers that are out there that we all know and love, those prices have come down considerably, and it's hard to tell between what is happening economically in the world, because sneaker prices as a whole have really come down, if that is just the main culprit, or if it also has to do with the controversy surrounding Travis Scott for the last year plus now. It seems, has it been a year? I mean, I think it has, but maybe that's it. Maybe people were just like swearing off Cactus Jack stuff, selling it, getting rid of it, don't want nothing to do with it, and that has depressed the prices a little bit. Or maybe it's just because of the market-wide decline in sneaker resale prices we've seen. Either way, it's a good time to be eyeballing the grails that have been out of your price range, because there's a good chance that if you check on StockX or eBay or wherever, you're going to find them at a very deeply discounted rate. One that I can't believe is super cheap, but I guess I'm not surprised, are the patent bred Jordan 1s. Like, those are super cheap right now compared to where they were reselling 5, 6, 7 months ago. So that's something to consider, whether it's these other Travis Scott Nike models or whatever you're looking for in terms of your grail sneakers. Now is the time to buy, and if you're holding on to some to sell, then sorry, but maybe keep holding if you can. And so that does it for me, guys, on this video of the Nike by Cactus Jack Travis Scott Air Max 1 Golds. I mean, very dope in my opinion. I really do like these despite all the stuff surrounding the Cactus Jack Travis Scott name. I think just as a standalone sneaker, it looks really dope. I love the monotone look. I think it all comes together very well. Let me know what you think about them down in the comments below. Also, if you haven't yet, consider joining the fam. You know, sneakers are big here. I'm talking sneakers, but I'm also working in some more golf. I mean, I just have to. I love golf so much. So we're going to be working that stuff in as well. Got some really dope golf sneakers coming up, as well as reviews on this hoodie I'm wearing, plus another one from the future is on Mars. The Cactus Jack apparel I am going to drop some reviews on as well. Is that $400 Gore-Tex Cactus Jack Travis Scott Nike jacket worth it? I don't know. You're going to find out in the next review. All right, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell so you get notified for all of that dope content on the way. Hope you have a good day, good evening, good night whenever you're watching this, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.